Hello and good day. My name is Okocha Happy Marcel. On this channel, I am beginning a new series, The Wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh. The Wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh will be the compiling of the teachings of an Indian missionary apostle called Sadhu Sundar Singh. This man was a great man. He preached the gospel of God. We're going to be talking about all his work, what he did, and elaborating his teachings in this channel. And to start with, on the comment section of this video, you will see a link for his free book titled The Wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh. So you can download it and read it. It's so awesome. It is free of charge. You don't need to pay anything about it. Now, let us pick one of his wisdom or one of his sayings to talk about today. And we are going to talk about waiting on God. Waiting on God. You know, Sadhu Sundar Singh, in so many of his documented teachings, have talked and teach about patient waiting on God. You see, Moses waited for God for 6 consecutive days. Even when God have given him appointment, God asked him to come to the mountain to talk with him. He had an appointment with God. But when he got there, he did not see God. He waited for 6 consecutive days. Elijah waited for God. Many people waited on God. But my question to you from this wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh is, what is making you not to wait on God? This is a very important question, and I want you to think about everything about you, what you have been expecting, what you have been praying for, what you have been longing to get from God that is delaying. Now, the question is, what is making you not to wait on God? A lot of people have been disappointed because of delay, because they couldn't understand and realize that everything has a time and purpose according to Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 and following. Everything on earth has a time and season. Now, in this wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh, it is a call for patience for every believer to understand the timing of God in his or her life. Do you know the timing of God in your life? Do you know when God is about to do something for you? Do you know why God has not done something that you have been praying for? Do you know why God hold on to the things that you have been praying for? Now, in this wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh, he made us to understand that number one, God is your creator. That your creator knows when it is best for you to get what you needed. And he went on to give us an example. He said, if you have a child and your child demands that you should buy a vehicle, a car for him or her at the age of 3 years, would you? Absolutely no. You wouldn't, because you know that this child doesn't have the wisdom, the ability to manage the car, to drive the car. He don't even have the government permit to drive the car. He won't be able to turn the steering. So when a child is asking for a car from his father, it is not a bad prayer request. It's not a bad request. But it's not that particular time that you should do that. And when a child does that to you, what you will say is, my son, it's okay. I will do that when you grow old. So many times in our life, God has been telling us, my child, my son, hold on. It is not time for you to get this. I've heard your prayer. There are a lot of people going through sleepless night, a lot of frustration, a lot of depression because of the things around them, and they thought that God has abandoned them. So God has never abandoned you. Even when it seems that everything is not working out, God has his own timing. So the first wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh that we are discussing today is a call for patience. God has never and has not abandoned you. God cannot abandon you. Then how are you feeling with what you are going through? Now, on the top of this matter, as a believer, your ability to stay on track is very important. Your ability to remain in God when things are not going well with you is very, very important. A lot of people don't have the patience to wait on God. A lot of people are very quick to divert their attention to a lot of things. You just pray for 1 day, 2 days, you pray for some days, things didn't go well. You just divert your attention, you start looking for solution. See, there is no any other solution apart from God through Jesus Christ. Any other solution might come, but it will not be genuine. Any other solution might come, but it is temporal. So you cannot rely on those solutions because at the end, they might lead you to doom. Jesus Christ is the only way, the truth, and the life. The Bible says in John chapter 10 verse 10 that the devil has come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But Christ, on the contrary, has come to give us life, and life in abundance. You need to wait on God. This is a call for patience, that when things are not going well with you, I don't know what you are going through right now. I don't know what you are passing through. But I have a good news for you. The reason why God created seasons, God created days, God created time is because nothing remains permanent. Remember that if yesterday was bad, today is not going to be bad. And if today is bad, tomorrow is not going to be bad. Think about the days that you have gone through last year, last 2 years. A lot of things that you've gone through in the past is not the same thing you are going through today. There is a promise to you to realize that what you are going through is not going to be forever. It's not going to be permanent. So it is a call for patience for you to stay on track, because you praying to God to answer your prayer is not just the problem. God will always answer your prayer because we serve a living God. We don't serve a dead God. But my own question to you is, when God sets to answer you or give you the answer to your prayers, will you still be on track? If you come to knock in somebody's door and maybe the person was sleeping when you were knocking at the door, and peradventure the person now stand up and opens the door, and after you must have knocked, you've gone out, the person will not see you again. So when you knock at the person's door and you know that this person is in the house, you've got to have a patience to wait for the person to open the door. God is opening doors for so many people, but it is very unfortunate that a lot of people are no longer there when God is opening these doors for them. And that is why today, in the wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh, it says that we should have patience. We believers should trust God to the end, because God will do all things for us, because God is a faithful God. So today, I want to tell you this. See, no matter what you are going through, Christ have solved a situation like that, and there is nothing he cannot do. There is nothing you are going through that someone has never gone through, and the person is no longer in that situation. So all your childlessness, barrenness, marital problem, sickness, your children troubling you, lack of finance, remember that Christ has the solution to all these problems. I want you to continue to trust and believe in God. To see you again, I will be happy in our next teaching about the wisdom of Sadhu Sundar Singh. My name is Okocha Happy Marcel. Till we meet again.